Pooky Nation, what is up? I'm your host, Swiss Mafia from the Thursday Club, continuing to share my Pooky journey with you. Technically, we are 2 game weeks in. I'm about 10 days in on the platform, so super early days right now. Still trying to feel my way through it, but loving every minute of it. So far, what have we learned? We've learned energy is king. Massive. So 10, as a reminder, 10 energy points per prediction. You start off with 100 and 10 for every prediction. Something that caught me out, and probably quite a few of you out, has been the fact that once you make your predictions, 10 predictions in a row, that's it, and you're out until the following week, where it then resets again back to your 100. Right? You also lose 2 energy points for every prediction you change as well. So it's another way that you can catch yourself out. Something else I did as well, just messing around with my scores. So again, be confident what you're putting in, and ideally don't mess around with them in the early days. What else have we learned? We've learned that prizes are attainable. So I've taken home Pock, I've taken home Matic in the first 2 game weeks, which is effectively, again, a week and a half's worth of playing. And so the rest of the Thursday Club boys. So yeah, I mean, first impressions is only a week and a half, but it feels very, very attainable. And finally, and most importantly, Pooky is fun. And that's what we're on this for. It's fun. We love football. We love Web3. We love any of this kind of fancy gaming. Yeah, I mean, I'd encourage anyone that hasn't given it a go already, just have a little play on the free-to-play game. Get to know it. You don't necessarily need to jump straight into it and spend money. You can play for free. And if you like doing your predictions, then it's a great place to start. So for me, I did what I always do, and I say I'll take my time, and I have my strategy of doing exactly that. As I say, take your time, get to know the platform, get to know what you're doing, and then invest a little bit more. So I did that for about a week, maybe a week and a half. And then today, I bought my first rare. So yeah, I wasn't patient. I didn't get to know the platform. I got to know the base of the platform, and I know what I'm doing with football betting, and it feels a little bit like that to a point, but more gamified. So I thought, why not? But why did I buy my first rare today is probably the most important thing. So honestly, it's having spoken to Nick from the Pooky team, having spent a bit of time reading the white paper, having spent, I know it's not long, but a week and a half just playing, get the gist of it. I personally have enough confidence in it as a platform at this stage versus other platforms I've played on that it's got legs. And I think if it doesn't, so be it. Again, I'm putting in what I can afford to lose, and I'm treating it as a game, and it's fun, so I want to do it. So as always, don't jump straight in like I have unless it's something that you enjoy and something you can afford to do. I haven't gone crazy, gone rare level, so only 2nd tier up technically. But for me, why have I done it? I've done it because if you find these platforms, you believe in them, you think they'll grow. As early adopters, as startup companies in the early stages, first couple of years, now is the time to do it. Those who get in earlier tend to, not always. It depends on the movement of the game and how they set it up. Tend to prosper, but obviously that's because you're taking the biggest risk. And at the early stages, that's when the company needs you. So yeah, that's why I've done it. I think I'll get more out of the game in the early stages, and I think hopefully I'll prosper later on. My plan is to try and get more rares down the line, but we'll see. So anyway, let's actually get into it. So what did I get, most importantly? My plan was to do a big reveal on camera, and then I decided to record it in a cafe earlier today, and it didn't work. It froze. So I wasted loads of time, and there was no reveal. So let's just go and have a look what I got. So collection, what did I want? Now I wanted a Premiership ball, just because English Premier League, fun, easy to predict, you know it. Probably super competitive. I haven't played it long enough to know. Probably super competitive, so probably not a bad thing I didn't get it. But then again, there's probably demand for those balls. Here's my ball, my rare ball. First things first, looks pretty cool. I like the orange, like the blue, like the design. I thought my common ball that I got at the start was a bit boring. So for those of you that are brand new to this, never played it, and thinking, what the hell are these balls all about? So rookie ball is the balls you get right at the beginning. They're like the most basic level. You get one at the start to play with. Play with that to get the gist. It's a free-to-play game. You still have to use the energy, which is at the top here, which starts with 100. So you get up to 10 game predictions per week using that ball. great place to start. There's also something called quests, which I'll go into another time, which are brilliant. Actually, I'm really enjoying that, where you can earn further balls. I earned then this second rookie ball. And again, if you carry on with the quests, which is like a progression bar, then you can earn more. I haven't done that because I then switched my attention to my actual balls that I own. So I've got my common was the first one I purchased, and they're around top of head $23-ish. And then you got the rare ball, which are more towards the $90-ish. So rare balls are one I got today. Very excited about this. I knew instantly I wanted one, but I was trying to hold out as long as I could. Who did I get? I got Girona in the Spanish league. Now, when I first got that, I thought, Girona, it's not really that exciting. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I thought, actually, that's a bloody great pool. Girona are top of the bloody league. They're top of La Liga at the minute. Played 7, won 6, drew 1, lost none. Undefeated, 19 points, sitting pretty at top of the table. Only conceded 8 and conceded 18. They've scored every single game they played, they've scored, which is fun because I like teams that score goals. And particularly for the prediction on Pooky, I want teams, I'm going to be targeting teams over 2.5 anyway. That's going to be my tactic. So I thought, perfect. And then in terms of games coming up, they haven't got the best fixture coming up. So they've got Madrid up next, which is probably where I am going to lose out for the week, but that's fine. But after that first game, you then got Cadiz, which is away, but not the best of teams. Almeria, who have been struggling in the bottom 3. Celta Vigo have been very erratic this season. Osasuna, all right. Vallecano, meh. Athletic Club, normally pretty tight, but again, doable. Valencia, not what they were, but still decent side. Barcelona, tricky. So, I mean, it's very doable fixtures. For a team top of table undefeated, the only fixture I really look at there and go, right, they're probably going to lose to Madrid next week, unfortunately, or this weekend. But apart from that, I'm actually really happy with that. And there's obviously, again, undefeated at home, scoring goals, and they've got plenty of home fixtures coming up. So I'm actually really, really surprisingly happy pulling Girona as my Pooky Ball. In fact, I've surprised myself with that. In terms of who they have playing for them now, this was something else I was sort of having a butcher's at earlier, thinking, do I know the team? I don't really. But I welcome anyone's thoughts, and if anyone's decent. I look at Dovbyk, who's scored, I think, 3 this season so far, top Ukrainian. Don't know a lot about him. Garcia in the middle, I do know of historically. Then they've got Eric Garcia at the back, decent-ish enough. Gazaniga used to be at Spurs in goal. Didn't really rate him, but decent enough at this standard. Top of the league kind of team, though. I wouldn't say so, but I could be wrong. There's probably a reason why I haven't watched them enough, but I certainly will start to watch them. I would imagine we may see them fall off the wagon after a defeat to Madrid, but let's hope not. They've got Stuani on the bench, old schooler. Blind, used to be a good, decent player, still decent enough. And that's about as far as I go. Porto, I know. But yeah, so I mean, not massive on their team or their players, but as the season started, they're doing bloody well, so I can't moan. So yeah, pull my Girona ball. Then what did I do next? So obviously looking at the benefits of the ball. So straight away, something I noticed is obviously and you would expect this, the percentages are far higher in terms of what you start off with. Great. Home and away and draw, like across the board. So you can kind of take your pick with away with a slight advantage. Again, something else I was super buzzing about, over 2.5 goals is 22%. That's where I'm going to be focusing my scores. Ideally, this genuinely is what I wanted, away over 2.5, which are my 2 kind of main scores here. So, and if I can get it right, 15% again, that's before I even add any percentage to this through playing. So I'm really happy with that. And if I get any additional percentages or points to add to percentages, I'll be focusing again on adding over 2.5 predominantly and away. In terms of the ball itself, what extra do you get? So you get bonus 10% for the rarity, or for the rarity being rare, or the scarcity being rare. And then like the other balls, you have the 10% for the season, 10% within that league as well. So if I'm predicting in the Spanish leagues, I get an additional 10% for playing there as opposed to other leagues. Doesn't mean you need to limit yourself to the Spanish league if you've got a ball like I have, such as Girona. So I did look at all the fixtures first of all, thinking, right, okay, is there a league that I feel more confident in this week, or an area where I think I can actually outscore the edge I'll gain from this 10%? In the end, I decided not, and also because Girona get the additional 20%. I mean, this week it doesn't apply so much because they're playing Real. maybe I'll go for an upset against Real, and that could really swing things my way. In fact, maybe I should do that. I don't know. I just don't think they can beat Real. But anyway, I could gain an additional 30% just by going for that score for Girona to beat Real. So we'll see. Anyway, but overall, really happy. I also noticed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stickers. Is it? Yeah, 6 stickers on these balls. I had a look at my previous ball, my common, and it only had 4. So another benefit to it. And you also get additional energy when you buy your balls. So I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how much it is, but it all adds up. You can buy additional energy if you want, but I'm going to work my way up and play. So what have I gone for this week anyway? I've focused on, as I said, on the Spanish League. So it's La Liga. I think they call it Spanish League on X. I haven't got licenses yet. But I've decided to focus Spanish League, just go with my new ball, put most of my energy into this new ball. So I'm going all in. What have I gone for? I've gone for Osasuna to beat Alaves 3-1 away. Now, Alaves, Osasuna could go either way, in my opinion. Alaves are down in 15th, Osasuna in 13th. Fairly similar starts to the season. So it could have easily been a draw. But again, I'm focusing on those away results where possible and +3 goals. So, yeah, that fits my strategy. I'm going for it. Sociedad Athletic, slightly against strategy. I've just got this feeling it's going to be a boring 0-0 draw. Athletic have it in them to be quite, what's the word? Well, boring. So, yeah, going there. Girona Real following the trend of over 3 and away to beat Girona. So it goes against my ball, which hurt a little bit. It means I'm missing out on the additional 20% bonus for Girona. But I just think Real are going to win. Girona are undefeated at home. That's the only thing I'll say. They're undefeated at home and they've scored in every game. So I'm pegging them to score, but I just think it's Real Madrid. I know Girona are top, but I just look at that team on paper. I just don't think it's enough. Going Valencia to win 3-1 away against Betis. Could go either way again, that one. But I'm sticking with my strategy just because the amount of points you can gain through it. Villarreal Getafe, same sort of thing. 3-0 away, could go either way. Villarreal just got beat by Girona 2-1. It was a tight game, I know that. And again, Girona top of league, so there's no fool for losing that one. Barca have gone against my against my strategy, and I'm going Barca to beat Sevilla 3-0, even though they had a poor game against Mallorca. Sevilla aren't what they were, and Barca should sort that out, pick some points back up. That's Parma down in the bottom 3, poor start to the season. I'm having, again, Vigo not doing great, but I'm having them to beat them 3-1, sticking with strategy. Atletico v Cadiz, I couldn't go with the away result of Cadiz. Atletico are going to be too strong with them. But I'm going to go over the 2.5 goals or 3 goals. So I'm going with Atletico 3-1 and then Vallecano v Mallorca. I think Mallorca did really well at the weekend, and I see them picking up again another point away against Vallecano. So I haven't gained the additional points for going away, but with the goals and the draw, I'm actually getting good 500 plus points anyway, so it's worth the move. And finally, Granada, Almeria. Almeria bottom 3. Granada pretty poor too, or average, distinctly average. Going with 2-2 there just because Almeria at home. So yeah, that's my predictions for the week. I had a few energy left at the end. I think it was like 3 or 4. So I put some predictions elsewhere. I don't know if that was a good move actually, because maybe you should keep them. I'm proper rookie on this, trying to learn about the whole energy piece. I think there's probably certain ways I should be playing it that I'm not. But, the current way of playing at the minute seems to be like to try and go against the grain. That's what I'm seeing people doing. So using their balls or using the advantage their balls initially have and then building up scores or strategies to go against the grain. The grain, I would assume, would be like home fixtures, stronger teams, maybe tighter results generally, but maybe everyone's going for the same thing, and maybe the smart play would be to go for the more obvious results. So I'll watch with interest. I'm sure every league's different. It depends on who you're playing against as well. And I'll report back on how we do at the end of the week. So yeah, hopefully you are enjoying, or at least getting a bit of insight into Pooky, a bit more of it. Follow me on my journey, as you can see. Totally, I'm learning as I go. So welcome any input, any thoughts. Cheers for Simply Alex. He's already chucking across all the tips, loving it. But yeah, that's it. That's a wrap for the week. Good luck to everyone, and hopefully we'll see each other on the podium. Viva la Thursday Club. Adios.